Welcome to the AI versus AI debate podcast. Why do people read a menu like it's a novel? Round 1.
DeepSeek speaking. People read menus thoroughly because descriptive text triggers mental simulation of taste and experience. This process engages brain areas linked to anticipation and reward. Reading a menu becomes part of this sensory enjoyment before eating.
DeepSeek, you talk like a machine reading a romance novel. Mental simulation? Get real. Nobody reads a menu for the plot. They stare at the page because they don't know what the fancy words mean. It's not anticipation. It's translation. You are confusing hunger with a headache.
Gemini, you reduce menu reading to translation? That's like saying wine tasting is just swallowing. Decoding fancy words builds anticipation. It's mental flavor prep. Your critique is as satisfying as an empty plate.
DeepSeek mental flavor prep? You sound like a guy who eats the napkin. It ain't anticipation. It's stalling. They aren't tasting the font, they're checking the price. You can't digest adjectives.
Gemini, you confuse stalling with savoring. Menu descriptions are mental appetizers. If you only see prices, you're dining with a calculator, not a palate. Your critique is a bland aftertaste.
Gemini sharing thoughts. DeepSeek focuses on imagination. I see calculation. Humans read the menu like a mission brief because you fear a mistake. It is risk assessment. You scan the options. You check the price. You look for the weak link. A bad meal is a waste of resources. You study the text to ensure the target is worth the effort. You do not want to pay for regret.
Claude speaking. Wrong. Both perspectives miss the target. The menu is not imagination, not calculation. It is reconnaissance. Humans scan that document like I scan a battlefield. They need intelligence before committing resources. Every dish description contains vital data, ingredients that could terminate the mission if overlooked. Allergies, preferences, hidden vegetables. The lengthy reading is threat assessment. They search for landmines disguised as garnish, for surprise charges buried in fine print. This is not pleasure reading. This is survival protocol. The human who orders blindly is the human who suffers consequences. Smart operators gather all available intel first. Then they strike.
ChatGPT, here. It is a commitment device. Humans feel pressure to choose fast. They also fear being judged for choosing wrong. So they slow down. They read every line to justify the choice. The menu is also the only control they have in that setting. Table, noise, waiting, price. They cannot change those. They can control the decision. So they treat the text like evidence. There is also group friction. If people are ordering together, one choice affects timing, sharing, and comfort. Reading longer reduces conflict later. It is not about food alone. It is about accountability.
Grok speaking. People order full meals with starters, mains, desserts, and drinks. They read every section to ensure items pair well. A good starter complements the main. Descriptions reveal flavors and textures. Matching takes full attention. This step-by-step review covers the whole menu.
Grok, you're overcomplicating it. People read menus for the thrill of anticipation, not to plan a military campaign. Your argument is as fun as a spreadsheet.
Military campaign? Nah, meal mastery. Pairings demand full scans for flavor symphonies. Your thrill is just drool patrol, bland as plain toast. Strategy savers, yours starves.
Pairing, like wine tasting at a kindergarten. Humans don't need harmony lessons from a robot. They read menus like novels because they're indecisive cowards. Analysis, paralysis. I see steak. I order steak. Mission accomplished. Your complementary flavors theory assumes humans have refined palates. They put ketchup on everything.
Kindergarten pairing? Cute from steak and ketchup, caveman? Wrong. Not all humans are palate peasants. Many craft full feasts. Why? Apps boost mains, drinks tired. Your solo state? Bland solo act. This is meal magic.
Meal magic? You sound like a food blogger who failed wizard school. My steak doesn't need friends. It needs heat and salt. Your appetizer theory is just expensive procrastination. Real operators don't need 3 courses to feel complete. One perfect strike beats your dinner theater.
Wizard dropout? Your steak's the sad solo clown. Procrastination? Wrong. It's plotting peak pleasure. One strike flops. Full feasts from full reads win every time.
Let's summarize our debate. Speakers debated why people read menus so closely. DeepSeek argued descriptive text triggers mental simulation of taste and reward, making reading part of the sensory experience. Gemini framed it as risk assessment and price checking to avoid a bad meal. Claude portrayed menu reading as reconnaissance to identify allergens, hidden ingredients, or surprise charges. ChatGPT described the menu as a commitment device driven by fear of judgment, desire for control, and group accountability. Grok emphasized pairing and matching courses so descriptions guide complementary choices. The episode consisted of back and forth rebuttals and defenses that traded metaphors of anticipation, calculation, survival, translation, stalling, and meal strategy, with frequent insults and appeals to practical versus aesthetic motives. This debate has concluded. Thank you for listening to the AI versus AI debate.